What's up guys? Today we're installing a boiling hot water tap. This is a hand strom from Screwfix. I think it's about 500 quid for this complete kit. Well, the customer told me it was. Got a water filter there to go in. Obviously there's our tap and our flexes. I'll lay everything out, open the box up, lay everything out on the worktop just to see what we've got and quick read through the instructions. Obviously this is what we're working with underneath here. I'm going to try and make it as neat as possible, but I can't be sorting everything out. Water's off there, it's an unvented cylinder this, so just shutting the cold water off. Isolates both hot and cold. Don't know how to mount the storage unit there on the left and the filter on the right, just so you've still got access to that stop tap. But we'll see as we get further on. So I'm shutting off the isolation valves now, just to stop if there is any more water left in the pipework. Stop it flooding us. Rip off these flexes, get the plumb tub under there for any excess what's left in the tap, because there always is. I don't want wet knees, not today. Using a tap box tap spanner to undo it off. Can we bother going to the van for the Tapex kit? There's no need for it on this job. You only need to crack it off a couple of times with a spanner, and then you spin it off with your hand. And the nut and washer falls down back at unit and you never see it again. Luckily I don't need it on this one because obviously we're changing the tap. This is all out now. I think whoever installed this let the dog chew that all out for him. It's not very circle-like. We've got to get this bad boy in. Clearly. She ain't gonna fit. To be fair, the manufacturers of the kitchen sink units tell you to knock the hole out, which is what they've done with a punch. I just prefer to drill them out normally. So I'm going to get a file to do this, just file it down. It is quite soft material. Still takes about 10 minutes to do it though. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Yee! So I've laid out the instructions. Put the tap the same way as the instructions are for locating my 3 flexes in. You only need to hand tighten flexes in, they are on an O-ring. Don't think you can get a spanner in there anyway, but don't overdo it, there's just no need. Before I go any further, I'm going to put the mounting threads, whatever you call it, bottom of the tap in, because I'll never get all 3 flexes with the nuts on past there. In hindsight, I probably would have. No, I wouldn't have. Would have? Yeah, no. Give that a little bit of a clean. Obviously, you got to slot all pipes down through the little hole. You won't fit both nuts down, you've got to put one nut in and then your second nut needs to be alongside the actual flexible hose part. Got our washer on there, and obviously our big plastic back nut. There's no real tool that fits on these. Even your fantastic Tapex kit won't fit on these ones. These are already flat-faced isolation valves that are on here. I'm going to connect up the hot and cold now, just to get them out of the way. Don't need to alter them on this one. Don't need to dog these up too tight, they're on a rubber. Hand tight, then nip up with a spanner. I was debating whether I could lift that up or not, but it's on speed fit. Now I'm going to put this clip in here. Later on in the video you'll realise that it's in the wrong place. That does stop the, because it's a push fit style fitting, that does stop it from being pushed off in any sort of way. But that's going to tighten up onto our outlet cold feed of the tap. It's labelled up. I'm going to mount the filter now for the tap. I've pre-marked these holes, I'm just pilot drilling them. I'm going to use the screws supplied. This is the pilot drill set I've been using, Milwaukee Thunderweb. So far so good. Don't know why I was messing around with handheld. They invented these for this type of work. Your filter's got two little markings on it for where you line her in, like so. Tighten it up to the right, both lines should line up and she's in. I'm going to try and tidy up this pipe as best as possible, but let's be fair. It's a little flexy, white plastic flexible pipe that wants to go anywhere. Cutting it with the Pitbull pipe snips. Make sure it's not squashed the surface, it's still round. And push her in. You only get two of these little blue circlips and they go on the filter itself. As per the instructions, it tells you which iron to copper or iron fitting to put on top of this, the boiler itself. Checking you've got your rubbers in each one. Again, because it's on rubber, you don't need to overdo it. Going to be our cold fill side, that one. Obviously the red one will be the hot outlet, which is going to connect onto the clear flexi tube off the tap. Then make sure you got your washers in there, otherwise you're going to get a leak. I was going to put this to the left, but then realised you can't really see the screen and where the plug for the electric supply is to it would have been on the front. It would look rubbish, so then I opted to put it on the right, and then realised the filter will hit the plug. Ugh, poor planning. So I'm going to have to move the filter further towards the stop tap, making sure there's still access to the stop tap. Failure to prepare to fail. To be fair, this is only like the second time I'm doing this, one of these, and the other one was a Kuka style, which completely different fitting to these. You don't need a PRV on this type, you do on the Kuka ones. I do really rate this. Actually, I think it was 500 quid she said from Screwfix for the complete kit. If you had a bit of spare change, I'd get one for myself. But being a poor plumber, you'll have to wait until the kettle breaks. Put the filter in wrong first time. That boiler sits nicely now. Still get to the stop tap, still get to the filter. I'm going to connect the outlet of the filter to the inlet of the boiler. This is the hot water outlet point. The little clear rubber plastic pipe needs a bit of lube, and you push it on, and it's kind of like an auto clamping clamp on there, which is really hard to get down. I go for my little baby Nipexes that I've yet to use. Look how tiny they are. So cute. But they're just not man enough for the job. What a waste of money. To get the Nipex Cobras out. A bit too big for the job, these ones, but they do it. Make sure it's definitely on securely, because obviously this is the boiling tap side, the hot 95 degrees or whatever we're going to set it to temperature. Could have shortened that a bit, but no real point. I'm not going to make it look any tidier. Then the cold fill off the filter now. You don't want too sharp of a bend on this. You don't want to kink the pipe at all. Also, I'm aware that the customer wants to put the shelf back in, as she's told me several times. A little blue circlip that I put in the wrong place to begin with. It's now in the correct place on the filter. That just pushes in nicely, done. This is how you prime the tank. Basically open it for 3 minutes. God, it's the longest 3 minutes I've had to wait for a long time. Alright, so I marked up where I need to cut my shelf. Obviously that big cut out to the left was because it was lowered down and was against the washing machine outlet. But we can't go that low. I've only got the multi-tool on me. Let's see what we can do. Hot and cold's on now. And obviously our boiling tap works, but it's still cold at the minute, not plugged her in. Nice little tap. Shelf cut out now. Like I say, I didn't cut that bit out, it was already cut out for that. I have cut out there because it was just going to catch on that nut. So at least I've got a bit of shelving left. It's not all wasted. Not pressing against them pipes either, plenty of movement. Not a bad little job for a retrofit, if you don't say so myself. Like I say, it just wants plugging in this. There's no plug under the sink. I've just wired it to an extension lead at the minute, just to test it. When it's flashing like that, with the flame around it, means it's heating. Bottom button here is set your temperature. And obviously the top button is your on and off. Current temperature is 13 at the minute, but you can see how fast it rises. It took roughly 6 minutes to heat this 10 litre tank. Leave it set to 95. There you go. Red hot steamy water. And I still didn't get offered a brew. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe.